Hello and welcome to Le Onze here in Deauville for this new AmRaise edition. And I'm very pleased to have Fred Kleiterp. Hello, Fred. That's a pleasure
to have you.
Good morning,
Thierry. Good morning.
Fred, you are the General Manager of Europe for Beazley. Maybe to start, could you share some words about Beazley?
Yes, happy to do that. We are a London-based specialty insurance company, started in 1986 as a Lloyd's syndicate. And in the meantime, we operate in three platforms, as we call them. The Lloyd's wholesale business, which is London, Singapore and Miami. The North American platform, which includes the US and Canada. And the European platform, which we are talking about today.
Yes. You joined the company 6 months ago, and I guess you've been busy preparing the plans for Beazley. Maybe could you talk about these plans?
Absolutely. You're right. I joined in June of last year, and I've been working with the teams to map out what we would like to do with Beazley in Europe in the future. And we place that in the context of the world that we live in today, which is incredibly risky, as we all know, and getting more so, it seems, every day, with big macro factors like technology, for instance, artificial intelligence, which comes with great opportunities but increased risks. We live in a world where we see climate change having a big impact on weather pattern volatility. We see political risk, or let's say geopolitical tensions in the world, and of course also more domestically, social unrest also in the European countries. So there's a lot of macro factors that are impacting the risk landscape of our clients. And against that background, we have looked at what other products does Beazley trade in other parts of the world, but not yet in Europe, that might help our brokers and clients address those risks that we face in society. And therefore, we have decided to add a number of additional products in Europe in the years to come.
Okay. In terms of products, what can we expect for this year?
We've defined three priority areas for development in the next 3 to 5 years. So everything I'm telling you, Thierry, is a medium-term plan. The first priority area is specialty insurance solutions for large and mid-sized corporates, where today we're very well known to do cyber, including services, and of course D&O, or management liability. And we will be adding to that for the large and mid-sized corporates products like environmental liability, which today here in Deauville we have our underwriters present to be talking about that. We would like to further extend our offerings into political risks and terrorism, which we already do in France, but I think there's an increasing need for that. And we will be adding property with a specific focus on natural catastrophe risks for large corporates as well. So that's focus area number one. Focus area number two is where we are looking at defined specialty markets within Europe and where we believe we can be a meaningful player. So we will select certain lines of business where we would like to expand our offering, and those include, for instance, mergers and acquisitions, aerospace, contingency, healthcare, etc. So a number of others. And then the third area of priority for us is to offer alternative distribution methodologies for the SME and lower end of the mid-market segment, where we're looking with brokers to make the placements of those products for those segments more efficient using technology, with MyBeazley or API solutions, as well as delegated authority arrangements. So those are the three focus areas that you will see us move into, already starting this year, but also in the years to come.
Okay. You talked about cyber and D&O. What is your vision in terms of rates of these markets?
Both cyber and D&O have in common that they went through a very hard cycle, as we call it, right, with capacity constraints and resulting very high prices in the past years. In the meantime, we see for both that rates are coming down, becoming more affordable as well for clients, which I think is a good thing. So capacity has increased. And so that's what they have in common. But I think what is very different between cyber and D&O is that cyber demand is growing as well still. So supply has been increasing. There's more capacity available, which once again is a good thing for our clients. But I think there's still a lot of growth in that market that we should expect, because cyber risks are developing every day, and there's still a lot of companies in all segments that don't have insurance yet or don't have enough insurance yet. So that's different, I think, compared to D&O, which is a more mature market in a way. So that's what they have in common, and that's where they are different in my mind.
Okay, maybe a word about the 2024 renewal campaign. What is your vision about this sequence?
You mean the January renewals that are just behind us? I think compared to perhaps a year ago, probably more, as people call it, organized in a way. So more relaxed, if that's the right word. And again, the price developments in the two lines of business that we just described are an influence in that. So all in all, we're quite satisfied with how the renewals went for Beazley in 1/1/2024.
Okay. Maybe now just a word about your relations with brokers and risk managers. Yeah. How do you manage that?
Yeah, brokers are, of course, a critically important trading partner for Beazley. We distribute our products exclusively through brokers. And so we maintain very positive and good relationships with not only the top three, or maybe you should in the meantime say the top four, with Aon, Marsh, Willis, and now increasingly also Howden, but also the brokers that are more important for France in particular, like DOCSE and a number of others. So we maintain very good relationships with them. We keep them informed about our strategy and where we are going, and we hear from them what is important in the market and what their clients are saying. Here, of course, at today's conference in Amrei, we're also speaking with the clients directly, with the brokers always present, which is incredibly important for us because it is important to hear what the challenges are of the risk managers today. And I mentioned the risk landscape that we live in and how they deal with it and how they see the insurance market, what they expect from us, where they need innovation and new ideas. And we can absorb all of that information and take that home to do our homework and make sure that we further build our relevance to those corporate clients.
Maybe we can talk now about the importance of reinsurance, especially for the natural disasters market. Maybe you could share your vision about that.
Obviously critically important, right? Reinsurance capacity is just very important for the insurance industry. You mentioned in particular NatCat, which of course last year went through a very turbulent time, you could say. I think this year again, we should say the renewals were much more orderly, and I think capacity for NatCat risks is available at the right prices and at the right structures, which work for the reinsurers, which is important, right? Because we need to have a sustainable marketplace where risks are priced properly, structured properly, and understood properly. And I think we're in a place where that currently is the case. And it also helps the primary insurers in structuring their products to our customers. So I think we're, from that perspective, in a much better place than we were a year ago.
Okay. What about the footprint of Beazley in Europe or in the world? How do you want to develop it?
Yeah, we're currently present, of course, here in France, in Paris. We're present also in Germany, in Munich and in Hamburg. And we have an office in Barcelona to cover Spain and the southern European markets, if you will. And that footprint is actually quite good because we're present in the most important markets in Europe. Now, I just shared with you a little bit how we see Beazley develop in the next few years. And we will always carefully look at where broker proximity and client proximity is important to help us deliver our products to our clients. And that might mean that we could open additional offices in the future. I don't have a concrete plan at the moment as to where that might be. But again, as we roll out our roadmap, we look at where we believe that proximity is important. We'll make those decisions as we go along.
Okay. Fred, who is your main target customers today?
Yeah, actually, we're a little bit in all segments, as I just explained to you, Thierry. So we look at the large and the mid-sized corporates, but we also look with our alternative distribution methodologies. We also look at servicing the SME segment and the lower end of the mid-market. And that game is very different, right? So their efficiency and quick turnaround, fit for purpose products is just super important for our clients and for our brokers, and that's where we focus on that side. And then, of course, we have the distinct specialty markets where the buyers are very distinct customer groups. You could say they're fleet owners of general aviation, or there might be event organizers that need contingency, event cancellation risks. There might be hospitals that need healthcare solutions, etc. So we are, in that sense, focused not only on one segment, but we have specific solutions for different segments.
Maybe to finish, a word about the company's roadmap for the next few years?
Yes. So our mission with Beazley globally is to be the highest performing, sustainable specialty insurer. That's what we want to be in Europe as well. That's what we want to be in Europe as well. And I think what is important is that, again, against the background of the risk landscape that I described in the beginning, is that we really position ourselves as a relevant insurance partner to our brokers and to the client segments that we focus on. And relevance means that we have added value products, not just capacity, but also capability to lead, risk-related services, like, for instance, we do with cyber, with pre- and post-event services, and with an award-winning claim service, which is critically important for our clients. And those are the elements that I'm looking to build together with the teams to make sure that we further expand on that, and that is the feedback that we would get from our brokers and our customers in 3 to 5 years, is that we have achieved that. That is my main goal.
Okay, perfectly clear. Thank you, Fred, for your time.
Thank you.
And I see you soon on News Assurance Pro for other videos.